What's up, people? We're back with a brand new episode of not just another paranormal podcast. I'm Brett. Got Tom here as usual. He's my partner in crime when it comes to the paranormal.
This is true.
But today episode, we're not talking about the paranormal. We're talking about movies today.
Fun stuff.
So yeah, again, that's why we have the title of not just another paranormal episode.
It's not the paranormal
I am
podcast.
just like not with it right now.
You know what? Because I think it's kind of like a tongue twister.
You know what it is? I'm in a comfortable chair now.
And now you just
compared
relax.
to what I was in a little while ago.
Yeah, before that thing
so I'm
commanded
relaxed.
you to be like awake and not too comfy.
Yes.
It was very commanding and painful.
Let's get this.
It was painful.
Not just another paranormal podcast, which we cover everything and anything or anything and everything except politics. We're never going to get into those.
No, we're going to keep it fun and entertaining and kind of educational about things that we know about. So
yeah, and something like this,
this is fun today.
We're going to do a fun little episode, and we want to hear all your feedback about movies that we talk about. We're going to give our opinions about overrated movies, underrated movies,
great movies, not so great movies.
We got a fun. Can't show time here. A fun little questionnaire, a little trivia. I don't know if you ever saw that.
Yeah, but look at yours compared to mine. I got like 4, and you got like this huge.
I have other things. I got 4 questions, 4 trivia questions.
Okay, because mine.
I just have some fun facts to go with mine.
Oh well, you're one step above me.
Now, if you can get these,
maybe if you're fair, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll wait till we get to that point.
Okay, we will.
Just you're gonna need your brain, so brain power. My dear.
Thinking caps on.
All right. So
I'm ready.
Let's get going.
Okay.
You know what? You can start first. Let's do.
What do you want to do?
Let's do a couple genres of movies, like whether the 80s, 90s.
How about let's do horror?
All right, so give me a overrated and underrated horror movie.
Oh boy,
if you can think of one.
I think underrated horror movie, which is funnily we were talking about it earlier, was I was a big fan of we spoke about this earlier, which is like Prince of Darkness. We just talked about that with one of our friends, which is like Corman, and like a lot of people didn't like it because like at the end of the movie it's like like the devil is like coming out of this mirror, right? You see his hand come out, and then you see his like foot come out, and then he gets like sucked back in. And everybody's like, oh, that's such a disappointing, but it's like it's not that it was disappointing. I think it added to the film. It just kind of built up that suspense because it was such a really off-the-wall film. It was really super creepy. The special effects weren't the greatest, but that's what made this movie so cool. Is that it's very ominous, and you had the soundtrack, which was good. Had a little cameo by Alice Cooper, which played one of the homeless guys. Yeah, Alice Cooper was in it. You see him, like, is that Alice Cooper? Like, yeah, that's actually Alice Cooper in the movie.
And I've never seen this movie.
So. Oh, this movie's so cool, dude. Not for the faint of heart. Some of the special effects are a bit gross. Lots of centipedes, intestines, and guts. Huh? So you probably shouldn't be eating spaghetti when you're watching this movie. Might turn you off a little bit. Those are
noodles. What is it? The Lost Boys when he's eating the.
So they're maggots. They're maggots.
They're
only noodles, Michael.
The Lost Boys. We know what we're talking about.
It's like they're only noodles, Michael.
Yeah. Well, sometimes even the noodles look like worms and all that.
Especially if they're brown too. It's like, man, I don't think I think at the Lost Boys, I think I was like, I don't want to do noodles. I think I'll just try fried rice. I think I just tried fried rice.
So that was your underrated movie?
Yeah. Prince of Darkness was just killer.
What about, and now I'm not poking fun of you, Tom.
Yes, you are.
I love you like my best friend.
Yeah, but when you say that, then it's coming.
It's coming.
It's like, I don't mean to offend you, but...
Listen.
Okay, well.
How about a movie that a lot of people may have seen? Because I don't think a lot of people really maybe have seen that. I know I haven't seen it. Yeah, but maybe like an underrated movie that it's kind of people know about, but maybe in your vision, it
didn't get enough
attention. Or you could even start with an overrated movie that, that brought a lot of attention.
Okay, well, there's one movie that's current that a lot of people have probably seen. I thought it was awesome. Okay, it's called The Fountain. Let me tell you about it.
Okay.
It's called The Fountain. There's Hugh Jackman's in it and Rachel Weisz. And it's this movie because it has these two things going on, okay? Hugh Jackman is a scientist, and Rachel Weisz is his wife, and she's dying from like brain cancer. And his whole goal is like, let's stop dying. Let's cure disease. Death is a disease. It's something I can cure. So she's dying. He's trying to figure out a way to save his wife. And his wife is writing a book as she's dying about, a conquistador that's trying to find the Garden of Eden. And in the Garden of Eden, there's the Tree of Life. And anybody who drinks of the Tree of Life can live forever if you drink the sap. So now Darren Aronofsky is this really creative director who does these really surrealistic movies. And this movie didn't get enough hype to it, but it was beautifully done.
Yeah.
He had spiritually going on. Because towards the end of the movie, she dies, okay? But the thing is, she was really interested in the Mayan culture. And the Mayans believe that when you die, you go up to the heavens and you go up to Exabalba and the way opens up and then it's like a dying star and you live forever. So it's like she dies at the end and he finally gets that, like any story like that, you never really die because after she dies, like he takes a tree, not a tree, but like kind of like an acorn, he puts it over her tombstone and then the tree will sprout and then the tree will grow and then birds will come to that tree, take things from the tree, and that tree will go and live elsewhere. So she's in the spirit of the tree, which is creating life. Because the Mayans believed from the first father, which is their religion, the first father kills himself in their religion, and then from first father springs the tree of life. So this whole movie had a lot of spiritualism going on, the fountain, and it was beautiful.
And you said this is somewhat of a new movie?
Yeah, it's made in maybe 99, 2000, and it was a Hugh Jackman, and it was one of those movies where people think, it's kind of artsy. I don't get what's going on. Like 2 movies in one. But if you give it a chance, it's a very compelling. It's a romance. It has spirituality. But I love the camera angles. I love the Tree of Life. I love the dying star going up into the heavens. And, it was just beautiful. It was such a touching movie, especially, when you have somebody you love and you put yourself in this position. Like, if she was dying, how would I handle this? And how would I go on?
So, Tom, I gotta put you on the spot. Because you said it was a new movie, right?
Well, not new, but like
because you said, it's like 99, back in 99, 2000. I'm like, well, I was gonna ask you next. What year is it? Make sure you're in the right year.
2021.
Okay,
I know.
Just making sure that I want to know what your view of new is.
New for me is like 99, 2000. That's as new as for me. I've seen some new movies, and unfortunately, a lot of the movies today are just.
Yeah.
They're just so fluffy. I'm sorry. They're just so fluffy now. Yeah. It's like nobody takes a chance. Nobody takes a chance.
Yeah, I don't care to see horror movies in theaters because,
Why waste the $20?
Yeah.
That's what it pretty much costs.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
I've got little bit of a different view on why I don't care to go
I haven't seen anything that
great.
Theater, have you seen anything that really made you go, whoa, it was totally worth coming here?
I haven't gone to a movie... I would say at least... Well, actually, you know what? Let me reverse that. As far as a new movie is concerned, at least a good maybe 10 years. And I hate to say it, but it was a great movie anyway.
What?
Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows Part 2. I saw every movie except for the first one.
There.
But that's the last movie that I saw.
I knew it was coming.
Dude, it was good, man. People are going to say overrated. I don't think it was ever overrated.
Okay, how's this? How about I watch it when we go over your house and we'll grab pizza and we'll watch it?
That's a 2.5 hour movie.
Let's not compared to watch The Avengers, which is like 4.
Well, what I'm saying is, if you're going to watch a Harry Potter movie, you got to start from the beginning so you know certain parts of the last movie.
Like a real commitment. This sounds like a commitment.
Yeah, because it's basically like a story. You have to, because they bring stuff, the stuff in that movie that you kind of have to understand why it happens.
I know you're a Harry Potter fan, and there's a place you should go to and see.
Yeah, well, I'm not that huge of a fan, but I'm a fan enough.
Did you actually read the books?
Huh?
Didn't you read the books? I think
I read one book. And
oh my God, he read
This is the book I mentioned in one of our prior episodes.
He read a book.
I did read a book.
All the viewers out there, this man doesn't read.
You're right. I don't read.
See, he doesn't read.
So listen to me.
I'm listening.
The last book I read was Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which basically takes place, I think, like 30 years later. I'm not going to get into the whole book because I honestly,
there'd be like
forgot
6 episodes of this if you talked about Harry Potter.
Well, remember, I've seen the movies a zillion times. I've read the book once.
I think I've seen one movie.
Maybe you have. There's 8 of them. So, but anyway, let's get back on topic of what we're talking about: overrated and underrated movies. So the movie you just mentioned was underrated.
Right.
Okay.
Now, overrated, I think movies that are kind of like...
Well, you're going to talk about a horror movie, right? You're going to bring it into the... Because you said earlier you were going to do a horror, so...
So, I mean, horror movies... I'm trying to think. When's the last time I saw an overrated horror movie?
I can tell you right now what overrated horror
yeah,
movie.
please do. What do you think is overrated? And then I'll
overrated. I mean, you can look at it as sci-fi. You can look at it as horror. Maybe mix of both. But Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because God, that is mind-numbingly. I almost want to sleep during that film. Like
the reason I don't like it is because
the end was
it doesn't.
good.
It's not. It's a movie based on paranormal activity.
It's ghost hunting, and that's it. That's
right,
the whole film.
But it's all set up. It's not real.
I know.
If you put in a camera somewhere in a house and real stuff was happening, and then you turn that into a movie,
fine. But this
scripted.
This is just a fake ghost hunting paranormal.
Right. So I mean, to me, like I said, it's not really horror. It's not really sci-fi. It's kind of in both.
I know it's not
categories.
a bad movie that I agree with. I thought was awful, and I'm probably a lot of my viewers. Hey, I'm sorry, I'm saying it. I hated the Blair Witch Project. Oh my God! That didn't make me scary. That made me sick to my stomach because. I mean, can you hold this camera still, please? You having a seizure or what's going on?
Right.
I mean, I know it's an 8mm, but it's driving me nuts. It's like I was like, oh, it's so scary. It's like they're running around the woods screaming. It's not even close to being scary.
Well,
it's
you're
just
right.
not.
It wasn't scary to an extent. I mean, it was creepy. It wasn't scary. It was a little creepy at times, especially when they were running in the house.
What was creepy
at the end.
about it?
It's just the creepy part that kind of maybe I looked at it a little bit different ways. Yes, most of it was in the daytime. Some of it was at night. But at the end, when I can't remember who it was that found them. They're standing in the basement in the corner, and the other person got knocked out. That was holding the camera,
right,
and then was going to attack the other person. I can't remember. It's been such a long time since I see it.
But I mean,
the only good part about that movie though is that it was all like ad-libbed. Did you hear about that?
Yeah,
what they did was they picked out I think like a piece of paper and there's something written, and basically the director said this is what you're doing. If you pick out this piece of paper, this is your objective to get this scene done in this way,
and that's how they would
come up with just words. You're not reading the script.
Yeah, but funny enough, part one I didn't like. Right,
I didn't even see the second one. I mean, I saw the first one. That was it.
That I was getting to. The second one was great. I loved Blair. Actually, it was a solid film because there was no running around, screaming, tripping on tree limbs. It was actually a real movie based off of the first one, but believe it or not, it was a bit of a mind bender, and I liked Blair Witch too. It was a little bit racy, telling the people out there.
It didn't have the same people in it though, right?
No, it did not, thank God. So, I mean, I'm really opinionated when it comes to this, but, people out there, just to warn you, a little bit racy, gets a little crazy, but...
Don't spoil anything.
I'm not, but it's a solid horror movie because it was done good. It was way better than the first one. The first one was an atrocity.
Yeah,
I fell asleep during it. I was just like,
it was okay. I mean, I would give it a scale of 1 to 10. I would give it like a 7. For the pure fact that the way it was written and how it was handled. Yeah, I'm not saying no. As far as I give it a higher number because of the fact that hey, we're shooting today. Pick out a piece of paper. This is what you're doing. You have to ad lib everything that you're doing and. I like the thought of being able to make a movie that's not scripted and just go with the flow.
Well, I mean, you could probably make one better than Blair Witch.
Maybe we could.
I wouldn't have. Maybe about it. I mean, I've seen that movie.
I'd make sure you're not really in the scenes. I'd make you behind the camera doing the camera work, like the lighting.
Oh, really?
Stuff. Yeah, you can do that.
Are you thinking that popular? Look in the mirror. That's another show.
Yeah.
Calm down there, killer.
Right.
Anyway.
All right.
Take it easy, big guy.
So I said that wasn't. You know what? I didn't even give the.
Wow.
I didn't give Blair Witch popularity like overrated or underrated. So I'm not even gonna really step in that boundary. But
it's underrated in my book. I mean, no, not underrated. It's overrated. Sorry, it's just It's not.
I mean, that's the thing though too. Is when a new movie comes up, depending on how much it's shown, like for previews on TV, they always hype every single movie. Yep. You know what I mean? And then you go see it. The movie was horrible.
Yep.
They
tend to hype them up.
Yeah, there are some movies up there that people. Some that love the Blair Witch.
I know.
I think overall,
it's not me. I mean, it's not my film. I didn't. There was. Speaking of films, there's one that was actually, there's one great film I saw in the theater. I did see one film in the theater that, because I'm a bit of a comic book geek. You know that about me. I love comic books, sci-fi, graphic novels. Yeah.
Make sure the camera's on me. I have ruined it.
It's on you anyways. Another good movie I saw that actually went far beyond my expectations, and it brought the light about mental illness, which I thought was good.
What movie is that?
Joker, with
okay.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
That movie was. People think, oh, this is like his descent into madness. I never viewed that movie as a descent into madness. I viewed it as him not going into madness, but actually becoming who he truly was inside, because, it brought to light mental illness and how we view people with mental illness. It's like, you can't tell these people, like, don't be mentally ill. It's like they are mentally ill. It's like you can't tell them, hey, be normal. It's like,
right.
This is normal for them.
Yeah.
And seeing the Joker, it's like a lot of people gave that movie a lot of grief. It's like, oh, this is terrible for people to see. It's like, well, why is it so terrible? Because this is how these people feel. They feel walked on. They feel they're not cared about. They're mocked. It's like what he did was totally wrong. Again, this isn't like anybody's opinion but my own. Say that right now. What he did was wrong in the movie, but is it really hard to believe that what he did wasn't going to happen the way this poor man was treated during the film? I mean, I believe the Joker was a cautionary tale of a film. This is what could happen when we treat these people this way. Without care, without respect, without help. We create our own Frankensteins, We creators of our own monsters. That's why I love the Joker. I think it was a great film,
Sorry, people.
You are just getting old.
I'm a little tired.
You can't run with the big dogs anymore.
All right, I've been fighting it because it's like I don't want to yawn on TV, but I gotta get it on. I can't hide it because then my eyes are watering.
It's the chair. It's just too comfy for you, buddy.
I know.
Somebody bring this man a stool with spikes on the bottom of it to wake him up.
All right, so listen, I got a good movie that's...
Let's hear it. Lay it on me.
Way underrated.
Uh-oh.
Deserves way more attention.
Oh, boy. What is it?
Than it should have.
Okay.
At least in my opinion.
Again, this is Brett's opinion.
It's a comedy horror.
Okay.
I'm going to see if you can guess it. It's got Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks stars in it.
The Burbs?
The Burbs. One of the best comedy horror movies out there, in my opinion.
Burbs. That's because that would be us. Dude. That'd be us living next to each other. That's why.
that would be us living next to each other.
So it's like you're chanting, you're chanting.
Okay, so you would be what's his name? The big dude. What's it? The neighbor.
It's like you're chanting.
Yes, that guy.
That guy.
Yeah.
Then there was
I would be Tom Hanks, not believing you, maybe.
No, you wouldn't believe me. It's like you're chanting. They're demonic. They're satanic. They're killing people next door, but you don't believe. That's fine. That movie was actually, I do, I'm a big Tom Hanks fan. I like his work.
Yeah, that was a good movie. Anybody that hasn't seen it, if you haven't seen it yet,
The Burbs.
I'm surprised you haven't seen it yet.
That's a great
Tom
80s
Hanks.
film.
Great film. I think it was like back in 86,
something, 84, 85, something
maybe.
Like that, yeah. Around there,
great movie.
80s.
I'm not going to give anything away.
Another good movie by him, The Money Pit.
The Money Pit. That is another, to me, again, that's like a very underrated movie.
It's like, hey, when's it going to be done? 2 weeks?
The whole house. I mean, that's another great movie.
It's like the trees. They have some rot. Remember, he hits one tree and they all start coming down. It's
I don't
like,
remember.
oh my God.
I've seen that movie so many times. I can't remember.
I love Money Pit.
Yeah, The Money Pit's good.
Turner and Hooch.
Turner and Hooch. I'm not done with The Money Pit yet.
Oh, The Money Pit was great.
So basically, it's good for first-time home buyers on not what to do.
Don't buy that house.
Don't buy a house. That needs a little work like that house needed at the time.
Don't buy that house.
As soon as you see one thing go wrong,
walk away.
Walk away.
Walk away.
Watch The Money Pit.
And then you'll know.
And then if you go to buy a house, you know exactly
don't buy that house. Looks beautiful until he fell through the floor.
So Turner and Hooch. Sorry, I hated that movie. I did not like that movie. I didn't like it.
Turner and Hooch was great.
I saw it one time, and.
Okay, how about Splash? What about Splash?
Splash, great movie. Now we're on a Tom Hanks binge again, apparently.
Yes.
All right, so we'll talk about Tom Hanks. Great
Splash.
movie with Tom Hanks. Bad movies with Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Daryl Hannah, Tom Hanks. That was great.
Hey, my name is... right? That was
Madison.
That was
She's like, Madison.
Yeah. He's like, nobody's name is Madison. But believe it or not, Madison's a popular name now.
That's right. There was that. And, there was another weird movie he did. I don't know if you might have seen it.
I've seen a lot of Tom Hanks movies. So.
No, this was one of those weird ones that was really cool. It was based off of, I believe it was like a novel or another movie. It was called The Man with One Red Shoe.
Never seen that. Tom.
The Man with One Red Shoe. It was like and guess who was in it with him? Daryl Hannah.
Who?
Daryl Hannah was in it with him as well.
Daryl Hannah. Oh. Okay.
Basically, he plays a guy on a 10-speed bike that was wearing red sneakers, and then he gets tangled up in this espionage kind of spy thing, and it was really one of those 80s films that really wasn't that popular, but check out The Man with One Red Shoe.
And the most, I'm not going to say the most, because that's kind of an understatement maybe.
Okay.
But
lay it on me.
An overrated movie he did.
Say Big.
No, Big was great movie, dude.
I didn't say I felt that way.
Now,
I didn't say I felt that way. I was just throwing it out there. Okay, what was an overrated movie he did?
Won't You Be My Neighbor?
Oh yeah, when he plays
Fred Rogers.
Yes,
I didn't even go to see that movie.
I didn't see it.
They were giving that movie so much hype. I'm sorry, but there's certain people that you can't
imitate.
You can't imitate.
That's Mr. Rogers.
There was only one Mr. Rogers, man. I remember watching him when I was little.
He was the man. Mr. Trolley came running along. I was like, go, Mr. Trolley.
Yeah,
go, Mr. Trolley.
You just can't make a movie about him, man. I mean,
because he doesn't even look like Mr. Rogers, dude.
No, and you could tell.
He's trying too hard.
You could tell he was trying too hard with certain images that he was trying to make facial, like the certain facial images. I think you can't. Castaway was an okay movie. I'm not going to say it was overrated. Yeah,
sorry,
it wasn't overrated. It wasn't underrated. It was like right in the middle.
Hey, anybody that can remove their tooth with an ice skate is boss in my book.
yeah, I know, right? Jeez.
Could you?
But
do
you know what? When you're in that much pain, you're almost willing to do it.
Could you do it?
Anything.
Remember, he passed out. He's like,
dude, I had. Not to get off topic, but I had a tooth problem one time. I had my wisdom teeth taken out when I was young, and I had one that wasn't taken out. And over time, since I had nothing to rest on or chew on, it sort of dropped down a little bit. So it was maybe like an eighth of an inch lower than the other teeth. So I was eating mac and cheese one day, and I bit on the fork and moved the tooth.
Okay, stop! It just made my nerves jangle.
I know. Sorry, I should put a little warning label before I talk about it. But anyway. But anyway, I was in pain for like 2 days until I went to the dentist. So it's like when you feel that pain when it comes to
you don't care what's going on.
You just want that sucker out.
He's just like.
So, yeah, exactly. Not that I would have done that. I think I could have taken it, but I'll tell you, it was hard getting rid of the pain that night. I passed out because of the pain.
Do you remember a show? God, I hope you do. Because if you don't remember, it's going to blow my whole thing. I'm going to say it's not even worth saying. But
okay.
Do you remember the show The Banana Splits?
Vaguely. I remember the banana splits. I remember, it was a 70s type show, right?
They made a horror movie called Banana Splits.
Oh, God. That's not even...
No, wait, listen. I have a friend. I'm not going to say his name, but I know this friend likes the same movies I do.
Give him some props if you want.
I don't know how that is, but my friend, and I'm sure he's seen Banana Splits, and they took like a 70s kid show and made them killer androids. And this movie is so terrible and is done so poorly, I love it. It's such junk that I love this film. Wow. It's so bad. Wow. Another great film, Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
God.
Hey, don't.
That will go into the cheese factor.
Cheese? Dude, cheese is what you want. You want cheese on your cracker. You want to get down. What are you talking about? Sometimes you want to get down with the cheese. Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
You know who was laughing in the back there? He's laughing at me right now.
Right now he's dying right now because I'm sure he loves Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh, I bet he does.
I mean, when you wrap people up in cotton candy and drink them with a straw, is that not Hollywood, people? Thank you very much.
God.
I'm just saying.
We were going this. We were like this, talking about movies. All of a sudden, you slid on some cheese, and now we're going to head it down.
See, look, that person, he gave me a thumbs up.
Oh, he gave you a thumb up?
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. You have to know what good film is. You really do. I mean, you got to watch the cheesy movies.
So I do like some cheesy movies. I'm not going to say I don't. I like some cheesy movies. Come on, you grew up in the
80s. What about like Reanimator? You've seen that, right?
The who?
Reanimator.
Nope. Can't say I heard of that one either.
Well, that's all the time we have for today.
Oh, jeez. We should just get to the questions, the trivia questions. This is... Oh, God.
My name is Thomas Allen, and I'm in need of a new co-host. Hey.
No,
so,
actually,
Brett,
you need a new host. I'm the host. You're the co-host.
I need a new host that is aware of the Cheese Factory movies in the 80s. But, why don't you just ask me the questions?
All right. So, you want to talk a little about some cheesy movies?
Yeah, come, give me some cheese, man. Give me some cheese.
All right. I remember one. Maybe it's not too cheesy. I don't know. Remember Critters?
Good. Okay. You can stay.
I think it was the second one.
Critters, the Krites. Called the Krites.
I don't know if every movie they did the same thing, but yeah, I think it was these two guys that came down. And this one guy kept changing into every.
Yeah, he would morph into something else. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember seeing that movie. Man.
Critters was awesome.
It's been 30 years since I've seen that.
How about the Leprechaun?
I seen bits and pieces of that one.
That little guy he's thug. That guy was king of the Shamrock.
Yeah.
He was total thug. He was so cool. Leprechaun, if you're out there, we think you're very cool. Keep doing what you're doing.
All right, yeah, for my safety, yeah, you're a cool dude.
Keep going after the gold. Anyways.
All right, so let's get out of a little bit of the cheese factor, and let's go back into Hollywood a little bit.
Oh, let's go back to Hollywood.
Even though I really
back to the Hollywood.
Well, I'm just saying.
Hey, look at. Okay, it's not
Tom, there's going to be one question on here that you were not going to... I'm telling you, we're going to have... We did 4 questions each, people, okay? Right. So we did 4 questions
This
each.
is going to be revenge, right?
But we're not doing it yet. I'm just saying. We did 4 questions each. And
are they cool questions?
They're movies that we both seen. They're movies that everybody's seen.
Okay, I'm ready.
And I'm just saying, you're going to stump on one of them. I know you are. If you get the first one right, the rest should be...
Okay, here's the thing. If you don't get yours right, we have an issue because yours, you're my friend. You're my best friend.
How about this?
I made them easy for you.
So we decided after we did the podcast today, we're going to head back to my place and we're going to grab some grub. We're going to get some pizza, okay?
Absolutely.
If I win, you buy.
No, it's not fair. Because he made them impossible.
Yeah.
I guarantee, just to show me up on the show, he made them really hard. I guarantee people he did this to me. Okay. And for him, I gave him sympathy. You'll see.
I get sympathy a lot, and those people that are watching...
Taking the Fifth Amendment on that one.
They know who they are.
Yeah, they know who they are.
Anyway, okay, let's get back, Tom.
Okay.
You're throwing me off guard here, and I'm going to...
It's not hard. Keep going.
I know it's not hard. So, back.
The gigs.
Overrated? Overrated? Underrated.
Okay.
My stomach is growling. I can feel it. And it's good. If I don't
Stop
start
being a
talking,
baby.
the mic is going to pick it up.
Stop being a baby.
All right, so listen.
Okay.
Give me like a good comedy. Or a bad comedy.
We kind of just talked about a lot of Tom Hanks movies. That's kind of a tough one. I mean,
Okay, well, and besides Tom Hanks,
okay. A good comedy movie that's underrated. You probably don't know it. You might. I was a big fan of K-9.
That had
Belushi.
Yeah, I seen that a couple times back in the day.
That was underrated. Great comedy movie. I loved Belushi. He was great.
I got a movie that maybe you've never seen. It's a comedy. That I think
I might.
It's a little bit of underrated movie, but it's when I'm saying underrated, it's like how you always when you're on watching TV, you're always seeing the same movies over and over and over and over again. Mm-hmm. There are so many good movies out there from the 80s and 90s that they never show on TV. So those to me, especially if I like them, are considered underrated because TV hasn't picked them up. I know there's licensing involved to get them.
I know.
But still, no one. There's 500 channels out there now you can watch, and I never see any of these movies on there.
I agree with you. Sometimes I wish I could see some of the cool stuff. Yeah.
I'll give you 2 right now that we had on VHS. A Fine Mess and Armed and Dangerous.
I remember Armed and Dangerous. That was with John Candy.
Yes.
And the other guy that played in Splash actually is the scientist.
Yeah, he played on that with him. Yeah, I can't remember.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's a Canadian actor as well.
And he played in American Pie, too, is the father.
Yes, the father of American Pie.
That's right. But yeah, I remember I'm the Dangerous.
Throw a comment out there, whoever knows who that is.
I forgot it. Yeah, we don't know his name, so tell us.
I've heard it before. I even talked about him this year, and I can't remember his name.
He was the dad of American Pie.
Yeah, so A Fine Mess, though.
Who was it?
Ted Dancing is in this movie.
Oh, Ted Danza.
Did I say dancing? I did say dancing.
Ted Danza from what's from that show? What is it?
Cheers.
Who's the boss? No, Ted Danza, Cheers, yeah, Danza. I was thinking about Tony.
Yeah, Tony Danza. Yeah.
The same sort of, the same.
I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Now I'm throwing.
Fine Mess.
But anyway, A Fine Mess. I can't. There are some actors in there. Excuse me. I'm trying to think. It's like I said. These are all. Oh, Howie Mandel's in this movie.
Good old Howie Mandel.
Good old Howie Mandel. He's young. You should see how young he is back then. He had long hair.
He was touching things back then too. Remember before he shaved his head? Don't touch me.
I don't think he was like that though.
No, he was fine back then.
In the movies, you had to be touched and touch things.
Back then, he was cool about it. Now he's like lives in a bubble.
Yeah, but that's to me an underrated movie. I think if you're looking for a good 80s comedy, A Fine Mess. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me tell you what it's about. It's about basically. I want to make sure I word it right. It's kind of there's a guy. Oh God, he's a famous actor too that plays in it. But basically, it comes down to these guys. They put a bet on a horse, and this horse is drugged illegally to win. And
he's all doped up.
Yeah, and it's kind of revolves around that.
Yeah.
you got your two bad guys with their boss, mafia boss, leader, whatever. I've seen it before.
I think I've heard of it, but I've never seen the film. Fine Mess.
But it's a good movie.
It's kind of up there
Definitely
with
gotta
another
watch
one that's real popular. It wasn't popular. It was another underrated. It was with Martin Short. Is it Martin Short?
Martin Short, yeah.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Oh my God.
Wait, like that? Have you heard of it?
I think I saw that movie once.
Remember Michael Caine was in it, and they're con artists and they con chicks out of like millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. That was a
Dirty Rotten
weird.
Scoundrels.
That was an oldie.
You know, another movie that I think was underrated. I know there's a lot of underrated movies. I got to think of an overrated movie soon, but another underrated movie was with Martin Short was Three Amigos.
That's with Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase and Steve Martin.
Steve Martin and Chevy Chase and the other guy.
Martin Short.
That played in Inner Space with.
Inner Space is a good movie, but we'll get to that one after.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is he? I don't think he's in that one. I don't think he's.
Yeah. Remember?
Three Amigos.
Remember, he was opposite Dennis Quaid in Inner Space. He was the guy that Dennis Quaid went into. Remember?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, that's what we're talking about. Martin Short.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, Martin Short was the third guy. Was the third amigo.
Yeah,
or
and
one
he
of the
was in
amigos.
Inner Space too. He was the guy that Dennis Quaid went into in a little spaceship there.
Yeah, that was a funny movie.
I'm possessed.
There's a lot of good underrated movies from the '80s that I wish TV would show and.
Sometimes you catch
back
him
out
every
there.
once in a while, and you're like, "Oh wow, that's on. I'm going to watch that." You know, this
Yeah.
is a good macaroni and cheese movie. You know, or like
who else
Fruit Loops or something.
who plays his wife? I think it's Meg Ryan. Is Meg Ryan his wife
in Inner Space? Yes, it's Meg Ryan. Before she,
or not. He's Dennis Quaid. She's Dennis Quaid's wife.
girlfriend or girlfriend, I
A
believe.
wife, yeah, girlfriend or wife. I can't
Girlfriend or
remember.
wife, yeah. But yeah, Meg Ryan was in that as well.
Yeah, and I think Martin Short got to kiss Meg Ryan in that movie.
I think like once.
Well, they had to get him out of his system.
Yeah,
Well,
I think he sneezed.
Anybody
No,
who's
he
watched.
sneezed. I think he sneezed and he flew out of his nose.
Oh, that's right. He sneezed.
He sneezed and he got it on like
Basically,
the thing.
if anybody doesn't know what Inner Space is, there was this guy. He was in
Shrunk.
this lab, and he was in this little machine, and basically he was going to be miniaturized.
Yep.
To go into a needle and go into a rabbit.
But instead he got stuck into
Because there was
Martin
some
Short.
people after him,
Spies.
or after there was some spies after the lab.
The cowboy.
Ended up shooting the needle into the cowboy. I remember him. Yep.
Boom.
And shot the
The
needle
cowboy.
into the syringe into Martin Short.
By accident, and then he started like
And then there was
hammering
this-
his head. Remember, he's like, "I'm possessed. I'm hearing voices."
Yeah, and then
Actually, I kind of like that movie.
it was
I like
a
Inner
good
Space.
movie. I think I said, man, I just
You know what?
wish
No,
TV.
there's one musical I love. Now, I don't like musicals because they bore me to tears, and there's so much singing, and it's a musical. It's kind of an oxymoron, right? I hate it because there's so much singing. There's one musical I love, and I know our mutual friend would enjoy it. I was a big Little Shop of Horrors fan.
I remember seeing that movie.
I just love the Audrey too. Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis, he was in that. Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
Little Shop of Horrors?
Yep, and he would eventually have to bring
And
all
again,
his friends and stuff over to.
Martin was in that as well. He was the crazy dentist, and Bill Murray was in it.
God, was he? I don't remember.
Bill Murray was the patient that was getting off on having his teeth extracted by Martin when he was the dentist. He's like, I get off on the pain I inflict.
So would you think that's an underrated movie?
Yeah, I think that's not. I think that was a great. It was a great musical, and it was just. I mean, special effects on the plant was great. I mean,
Yeah.
they did a good job on that plant, the Audrey too. You know, that thing
Yeah.
was just awesome. I loved it.
What about us? What about let's try a different like genre now. Like we still got action. You got.
There's plenty of awesome action movies. See, it's really hard for me to find over ones because maybe I didn't watch a lot of ones I didn't think were bad because maybe I'm biased because I grew up in the 80s. I don't know.
Right, but even some 90s movies, even movies that have been 2000s that may have been overhyped and they weren't okay. For like instance, here's a good one because Tom will know all this. Star Wars, all these Star Wars.
I think they were
movies.
great. Before Disney ruined them, sure.
See, I don't think Disney really ruined them.
Okay.
I really don't think they ruined them.
Okay.
We'll have to
fine.
ask the guy behind the scenes later what he thinks. I think he might be on my side on this one.
No, they're Disney ruined. I mean, okay, I like the Phantom Menace.
Yeah,
Qui-Gon Jinn,
but
cool.
but Disney didn't do that one.
Right, but when they made The Force Awakens, I stopped. They were just awful. The acting was very awful.
Really? What about The Last Jedi, which was that was the last one, right?
I didn't like that either. I'm sorry, but man, they're just awful. I mean, I just can't get through them.
Really? I was like I thought Solo was not too bad. Kind of give a backstory on Solo.
Boy, that was
No.
The only one I liked was honestly there was only one movie I liked. That was Rogue One. I thought
Rogue One was good. Yeah, Rogue One was definitely
because
good.
it didn't treat me like I was 5 years old. and they weren't trying to sell me action figures. But besides that,
I don't think any of them were though. I mean, if
that's,
they have different directors, but they were still all approved by Disney,
and you're totally welcome to it. I just, they made the dialogue childish. I'm sorry. I think in one point in The Force Awakens, the guy was flying the Millennium Falcon. I think he said, "Let's do this," or something. Like, they say, "Let's do this in the galaxy." That's like a thing. Okay. I'm sorry. I mean,
all right. So
awful.
I want to see people agreeing with me in the comment section. So agree with me.
Fine.
Give me some hype. Give me a little.
That's fine.
Give me a little lift and.
I'll take the Clone Wars, the Phantom Menace, Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith was good. I would probably
because it was adult. I mean, the only thing that wasn't adult in those movies, and a lot of you are gonna be mad at me. I don't care. Jar Jar Binks must die. Sorry, Jar Jar
everybody
Binks.
put so much hate on him.
Because he was so annoying. I wanted to strangle that Gungan.
Didn't say I don't think his parts were really a lot. Like I don't think he
was
really played
enough
a lot
to turn
in
my
the movie.
stomach. I wanted to take him and strangle the Gungan. I didn't like him.
Well, I didn't care for him either, but I don't think
he deserved to die.
I think the reason why they put him in the next movie as some sort of leader, I can't remember, was to basically, and he didn't say much. Remember, he was
Who
like,
could he lead? I mean, we're talking Jar Jar Binks here. I mean,
right? But remember that I think it was
no,
it was after the Phantom Menace,
uh-huh.
which was the next one.
Yeah, wait. No, the Attack of the Clone Wars was the first.
Attack of the Clone Wars. Okay,
Phantom
so that's
Menace.
the movie. No.
Phantom Menace was first, then Attack of the Clone Wars, then Revenge of the Sith.
Right.
Okay.
So the Clone Wars.
He was like a orator or something.
Right, and he didn't say much. And I think
Thank
the reason
God.
was because after the Phantom Menace, people
Nobody
were
wanted to hear
like,
him talk.
didn't like him.
Can't blame
I
him.
didn't see any problem with him. But again, that's just me. I guess I'm
He was just
I'm the
an
weird
awful
one.
character that needed to die in the worst way by a lightsaber or like a blaster, like being blasted by a blaster or something. He was just awful.
Yeah.
And then The Force Awakens came out. Nope. And then we tried The Last Jedi. I mean, you had the guy trying to be Darth Vader, and it's like, dude, you're not even close to being scary. I mean,
You talking about Kylo Ren?
Yeah, I'm talking about Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren, dude, he was awesome, dude. Especially the way he spoke in the mask and everything. He just
was
had
like
that really
19
dark
years old.
voice.
I mean,
dude.
how's this guy scary? I mean, I don't care if he
I didn't
could
say
like
he was scary. He doesn't have to be scary.
he
He
was
can be evil without looking scary.
You know what they should have done? They should have made a movie with Darth Revan. Darth Revan would have been a great character in like.
Oh wait,
Darth Revan was super cool.
Didn't Darth Maul come back?
Yeah.
In the last one. I saw the last one.
You mean the animated one, or?
No, I'm talking about the Last Jedi. Didn't he come back?
No.
I thought there was word that he was coming back in one of the movies. I don't know.
I mean, I thought Darth Maul was a great character. Period.
He didn't get a whole lot of screenplay at all.
He should have, because see, that's another thing I had a problem with is when he never died. They just like cut him from the waist down, and they get like mechanical legs or whatnot. But I think there's a character they could have way expanded upon was Darth Maul, because Darth Maul had a lot to talk about. Yeah.
But we're talking about overrated and underrated movies. Yeah. So we're not talking really.
Okay,
overrated.
Get
into like detail.
Oh no, fine. Overrated movies, fine. Force Awakens.
All right, so Force Awakens for you is an overrated.
Overrated. Last Jedi. Overrated. It was awful. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Boom. There's two movies you can totally have. Knock yourself out.
Okay.
They're yours.
But this is coming from a guy who loves the animated series.
I do.
Well, what about
because it was better than the live action, obviously.
What about the other Star Wars franchise?
Which one?
I should know this.
You're telling me, so I don't know. What are we talking
about?
No,
but I mean, I know the bounty hunter there.
Boba Fett.
No,
the Mandalorian?
What do you think of that?
You know what? I'm mixed about Mando. Some of it was really cool, and then some of it, and I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this, but I'm going to say it, and I'm probably going to be terrorized by Star Wars fans everywhere. I am not a big child fan.
Yeah.
I really don't like Baby Yoda. I think he's...
I can agree with you with, because
isn't he goofy?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Fist pump it right there. Do it up.
Fist pump. All right.
He's goofy.
Yeah.
No one likes Baby Yoda.
I watched, I think, like 3 episodes of the first season.
I can't stomach them, can you?
I didn't get into it. I just thought it was to me, that's overrated.
Yeah.
Because I think it's just, they made it more than really what it is.
I liked Boba. He was like Mando. Mando was cool. He was tough. He was a tough bounty hunter. Then they Baby Yoda, like you ruined it.
Again, they're trying different. They're trying to
children
come up with different type of you call it a franchise, right?
Yeah, but this is my problem with Disney. They make it so kiddish.
Yeah,
like Baby Yoda. Come on, man.
So a good comparison that you're not aware of, that a true big fan of, then I know I'll get some likes on this.
Probably, yeah.
The Walking Dead, probably one of the best survival shows
I think
out
it's
there.
cool.
Now,
I do. I think it's a great show. I'm not into zombies like you are, dude. You love zombies, so you know all about.
I love zombies, and to this day, you can call me a child. I'm
Zombies are
waiting
cool.
for the day that an actual zombie apocalypse happens.
You better come to my house because I have the
all
swords.
for it.
I got the swords at my house. Remember, I got the okay.
But let me tell you, what's over it. I think that's not an overrated show.
No, it's a good
not
show.
an underrated show.
It's not my thing, but
It's a
good
great
show,
show. But what they're doing as far as coming up with other shows, other franchises, is they're coming out. They came out with Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah, didn't
which
they branch
was okay.
off or something?
A branch off. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, didn't they go like this?
They went that, and then they went with World Beyond, and now because they're ending the series of The Walking Dead, it's 2021. They're doing basically 2 seasons worth of 1 season. So basically, there's a season 11, but they're doing double the episodes, which every season's about 16 episodes.
Right. Okay.
So they got 2 years to go left. But then they brought this World Beyond out, which
is it
I
good,
watched
or?
the first half of the first episode, and I just
Did you like it?
Did I like?
Yeah, the Beyond. Thing.
World Beyond.
Yeah,
No,
World Beyond.
no,
Really?
it was way
Surprised.
overrated because again, like you said, they're trying to branch out this whole universe of Walking Dead universe, and I just
Too much branching.
Well, the thing is, you have to have the great actors,
Characters, right? Good characters.
actors, and everything.
Right.
And now people who are familiar with The Walking Dead. They're talking about doing a series with Daryl and Carol, and I don't know if you know who those characters are.
I don't.
But
I haven't watched.
They're taking these 2 characters that have been on since season 1, and they're gonna branch out into another series of some sort of Walking Dead. There's no title, I don't think, for it.
Still kind
but
of.
basically, it's going to be them 2 now. It's almost like it's going to, from what we know, it's going to take after. It's going to go after the Walking Dead.
But you know what? I can't appreciate zombies. I can. I take it back about zombies. I'm going to say I'm standing corrected. I give props to The Walking Dead. You know why? Because I think it spawns like another movie that I think is underrated, and you should love it. I mean, it has like Metallica in the beginning of it playing.
Which is this?
Zombieland. I love Zombieland. I thought that was a great film.
See, now this is where we're going to go back into the cheesy mode because there's certain zombie movies that are just way too cheesy.
Okay.
Listen,
you know what? Let's stop this. Let's stop this
listen.
right now. You're telling me Zombieland is cheesy? Come on.
No. I'm just saying there's certain movies.
Okay.
That
it's not serious
I
enough
can't.
for you, is it?
When it comes to zombies, I am as serious as can be.
You hear that, people? Serious.
Because in real life, a zombie is not going to.
Why?
Run. First off, a zombie is.
Why can't zombies run? Why?
Because a zombie has always been made to come out to walk slow because it's a dead. It's just a.
What if it's a
virus?
What if it's a virus? What if it's just like it's something that just
I just don't think it would ever happen. But
so you think zombies can't run, but you think
Tom,
a dead.
I'm trying to
come on,
answer
killing
your
me.
question. Yeah.
Killing me.
Listen, there's just like.
Here we go.
To me, zombies shouldn't be running. Zombies shouldn't be climbing over fences. Zombies should be walking
running.
slow and just popping them off, and trying to survive an apocalypse.
Isn't it unfair to the zombies?
There's a movie, I can't think what it is. There's a movie out there where there's a zombie. The guy is like half zombified and he's talking to people. He's like a zombie on one side. I can't think of the name. But to me, that's cheesy. Zombie, it's a dead person that's walking around looking for people.
What about World War
to
Z?
I thought that was stupid. That's an overrated movie.
No, you didn't just
way overrated movie in that one. But I'm a zombie fan.
So you think zombies should just kind of shamble?
Dude, in real life, you're not going to get a mountain of zombies climbing on each other.
What's going to happen in real life? You're killing me.
500 feet high over a wall.
Okay, but seriously,
5 seconds.
Okay. I'm going to destroy your whole theory right now. I'm going to rock your world. You ready? I'm going to rock your world.
Do it up.
Here we go. So you're telling me zombies can't run, right? So
I'm not saying they can't. I'm saying they shouldn't.
Okay, they shouldn't.
Yeah,
they shouldn't.
right.
So zombies shouldn't run, right?
Right.
Zombies can't swim.
Zombies can't swim. No, of course not.
Zombies can't climb trees.
No.
So how would a zombie apocalypse even happen if these things just shamble along? I mean, I could hit them in the head with a bat and call it
because
a day.
Because if you if you watch the show when you have herds.
Oh, zombies herd. Okay.
No. But it makes sense. The way they describe it makes sense. Because they're attracted by noise and sound.
Okay.
So they're saying that, if I'm not saying when they say they, I'm saying scientists. I'm saying like when you're watching the show, it gives you this really good kind of
I'm not seeing it. I just don't see how they could be dangerous even in a herd. If I had like a AK-47 or like something that's rapid fire, I could just mow those things down like this.
First off, you got to pop them in the head. The only way they're going to go down.
Oh, so only
But if you
headshots
have
kill
hundreds,
zombies.
if there's just you and they're all coming at you,
Yeah, but they shamble. I can just jog at a steady pace.
but
and
you
not
can't
run
get
these things.
scratched, you can't get bit. That's the other thing too. So if you're trying to go over here, shooting them down
Yeah.
here, and you got,
You kill.
you know, a dozen over here
Yeah,
and
but
back of you.
wait. I heard that only you turn into a zombie if after you've gotten scratched, then you die, then you come back. Isn't that how
Right,
that works?
died or I mean, if you've been scratched or bit.
Right.
That's the normal way that people know about.
The virus, the zombie virus, whatever.
Yeah,
is in
any
there.
kind of a zombie movie. If you
Okay,
get
okay.
scratched a bit, you turn one of those things.
Yeah, but I just think I just don't know. I mean, I think zombies could run. I mean, I don't see why they can't run. I mean, everything's
'Cause
working. They can walk and move around and whatnot. So why can't they, pick
I
up
don't
the
know.
pace?
To me, it's more creepier when they're walking real slow, looking
I'm
scary.
the opposite. I think they're more scary when those things are running at me, foaming at the mouth like a
Yeah,
rabid
no,
dog. I mean, that's
yeah.
freaking me out. That's why Zombieland was awesome. Hey, cardio.
All right,
Rule number one.
So you know what? I need help from the people.
You
The
gotta
audience.
need some
You
serious
want
help.
me to be your leader and lead you through a zombie apocalypse? You want?
You don't want me. You're gonna want me because this guy's he's gonna get eaten. Okay? Because I'm thinking logically. I'm thinking, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Because zombies can't climb trees. I guess I was hanging a tree till it goes away. I don't know.
So you build tree forts and you're all set, right?
We're building tree forts. We've gotten way off the rails
Yeah,
at this
we
point in
are.
this
Okay,
conversation.
So let's go back to this is what is fun about
Team Negan.
having a. Team Negan. I bet you don't even know who Negan is or who even he plays Negan.
Negan is cool.
Who
He has
plays
that-
him? Who's the actor that plays him?
I don't know, but
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
That's it. That guy is bad, but
Dude,
he's
he-
cool. I
He-
like
he
him
is
a
like
lot.
he's like one
I
of the
like
best
that
characters
bat.
ever.
Remember? Super cool.
But he's changed now. But you haven't been watching the episodes.
I heard he's like a nice guy or something. There.
Well,
Is
he's spent 7 years in the dungeon they made.
mellowed him out a little bit.
Yeah,
I
took a
kind of
while.
like him the old way.
Took a while, but now he's.
I'm Team
There's a
Negan.
lot to it. You'd have to watch, but he's
He's
one of the
different.
characters has been gone for a while. He killed her husband. She's
Okay,
back.
all right.
So it's just a. It's
I'm
a,
Team
it's-
Negan all the way.
Yeah. Well, you should be Team Negan before he changed. Then
Absolutely, because that bat is just like
he doesn't have the bat anymore.
that's too bad because that was his most like distinguished quality. I liked about
Lucille,
him.
which was
Lucille.
named after his dying wife.
I think I actually have that pop.
I have that. I have it.
Do you?
Yeah,
Isn't that a cool pop?
it's a cool pop. I have the one with the blood on it.
Oh, you got
Yeah,
the.
so I'm full on.
Got the PX pop there.
Yeah. That's gonna be worth more when it gets. When it gets.
You know
older.
it is. I think it's worth like $40 now or something.
Well, you know what? I
Hold
think
on.
I looked in the catalog. I think those pops, if they're different, like say like the
Oh, yeah,
Walking
they're
Dead, if they
worth
had the
money.
blood on them.
Yeah, they're worth.
They raised the
The
price. On
Shining.
them.
You know the Shining.
Yeah,
That pop with the blood that's worth like $40 or something.
with Shining, it was a great movie, by the way.
We can both agree on that. Yes.
Yeah, fist pump. All right,
Oh,
fist pump.
The Overlook Hotel.
Yeah.
Remember at the end, you see his picture in the thing, and it's like, wow,
Yeah.
he was there. You know what I mean?
Stephen King is like the master of just even creepiness. I mean, it doesn't have to be scary.
He's good,
He can just.
but not lately. I disagree with you.
I haven't seen. I don't. When's the last time he
Yeah.
even put out a movie?
That's not that, but his books now
Really, I haven't read any of his
Oh,
books
don't.
lately. But
fall asleep. I mean, his old stuff, Christine, Cujo,
Yeah.
the Dark Tower. But the new stuff, you can, who's really good is his kid, Joe Hill. Wow, his kid is just like his old man.
really,
He has a son, Joe Hill, looks just like Stephen King. It's
Does
creepy, and he writes, and he's just not better than Stephen King. He was like Stephen King when he was young, when he was a crazy guy living in
Really?
a trailer home, drinking whiskey, typing in his bathtub.
so would you
He's
have
that kind of guy,
So, do you have any underrated or overrated movies that Stephen King has not written, but I mean he's written the books that obviously been-
Underrated movie, I think for him would be stuff like The Dark Half was a really good film. Secret Window with Johnny Depp, underrated, another good film. Overrated film by him, stuff I really didn't enjoy.
You said overrated or underrated? You said
Overrated.
Okay.
Overrated stuff of him I didn't care for. You know what? It's kind of a double standard. I was a big fan of the movie It until I hit the end of it and it was a big spider. But
Okay,
actually,
well, that's spoiler alert. People who haven't seen the It yet. Thanks a lot, Tom.
it's a big spider. Actually, you know what? I like the old film, so I guess I want to see overrated was the
Yeah.
new Stephen King It. I think it was. I mean, remember, it was how they bullied the clown to death. I was like, really, this is how you kill it? You call him bleep 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 this, and you're a stupid
Yeah.
clown. It's like, that's your plan. This is how you kill the eater of worlds. You bully him to death.
Yeah.
It was such an awful movie, and the actors were horrible, and they swore so much to the point where I don't mind if you curse in a movie, but when you swear to the point where it's overdone, where it's like this is all I'm hearing out of your mouth,
Yeah.
it's taking away from the acting. So Overrated, It Chapter 1 and 2. Those two films that were redone, the reboots,
Yeah.
awful. Hated them.
So, Pet Sematary, the first one, great.
Second one, junk.
It was horrible.
It didn't even go as the book. I mean, they were a
Yeah.
family killing at the end. This is stupid. This isn't
Yeah.
even in the book.
Yeah. You know, sometimes.
So you agree with me, right?
Huh?
You agree with me. Overrated. The new
Oh,
one
big
was
time overrated. The
terrible.
second one. You know,
The old one?
Yeah, and again, when
Right.
it comes down to hey, when you like either reboot a movie or you have a part two, part one is usually always the best.
Part one was
it's,
great.
It's only very rarely do you ever get a great movie out of a second
Oh.
part. You know.
By the way, fun fact about that movie. You know who plays Judd Crandall in that movie? And I'm sure our mutual friend would like this. He played in The Munsters.
Oh, well, oh yeah.
Prem
I
and
know that.
Munster.
Oh yeah, I knew that a long
Yeah,
ago.
he played Judd Crandall, which was a little tip off to The Munsters, which, by the way, is being rebooted by...
This is Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Zombie.
Zombie. Rob Zombie's going to reboot The Munsters. I'm having some issues with that.
But you know who's playing? You know who's playing him?
I know, it's that wrestler, isn't it?
No.
Who?
I can't think of his real name, but he played on Everybody Loves Raymond. Or is it Kyle Raymond? His brother,
him?
the cop.
The cop.
I can't think of his name. I know his name.
Okay, then that might be okay. But
I think he'll do a good job.
No,
of
he
playing.
will, because some wrestler wanted to do it. I was like, oh, no,
No.
that's stupid. Don't even do it.
I mean, that's what I last heard. I don't know.
No,
for
I
sure.
hope you're right. But yeah, Rob Zombie, is from Massachusetts, from Haverhill.
Yeah.
A little shout out to Haverhill there for all you people that like Rob Zombie. Haverhill, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
But you know what? I love Rob Zombie, and I liked House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's probably his.
Do you know what I didn't like?
What's that?
Overrated movie. I'm going to say it right now. I didn't like the Halloweens by Rob Zombie. I thought they were...
Really?
I didn't like them because they focused so much on the violence, they took away from that old Carpenter feel of scariness.
Let me tell you
with
something right now
Halloween.
before I
It really
forget.
did.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
You just put the nail in the coffin when you said it's
did.
just. What'd you say? It's just too much. What?
The violence
the
took
violence.
away from the scariness of the film to the point
And I
where
think-
it was just too much violence for me.
I think the past
Sorry.
20 years have been like that with horror films. There's just been way too much.
Too much violence to the point it's not
And
scary. It's just
you're
gross.
losing the scare out of a lot of the films that come out.
It's just what? Gross and violent, right? It's
Yeah.
like, oh, his eye got cut out. That's not scary. That's just
To me,
making me sick.
I love the old like black and white scary movies because to me those are more scary.
Because they had that creep factor. It's
They
like,
did.
It built up. It kind of
Yeah.
built you up into the scariness. Like the old Halloween movies,
Mm.
Carpenter, you had this great soundtrack, You had Mr. Sandman, Bring Me a Dream, and it just... Michael Myers was a scary dude.
Yeah.
The new Michael Myers, he's not scary. He's just going to like cut up my eyeball with a carving knife and call it a day. That's not scary. You're just gross, dude, and violent. I mean, you're not scaring me. I'm just... I'm afraid of your knife, but I'm not generally scared of you. You're just some psychopath with a knife.
Yeah.
The old one, that guy, he was scary.
I'm going to go real quick before we get off topic on Stephen King.
Okay.
Underrated movie that I personally
Lay it on
loved.
me.
Langoliers.
I did like that movie.
I love that movie.
They
It's-
ate time. Remember
Yeah,
they ate time?
It was a great movie, and it had
Really good action.
Belky from Perfect
Belkis.
Strangers.
Yeah, Belky, yeah, I remember that. Remember
He played
was
that
the guy was
crazy
nuts
loony
and-
guy. It had a lot of characters that played in movies back in the 80s.
I think one of those... Yeah.
The pilot, he was in a
He
TV
played
show.
a bunch of stuff. He played a bunch of stuff, that guy.
I can't think of his name.
Yeah, but he played a lot of movies, dude. That guy's been around.
Yeah.
How about The Stand? The Stand was really cool.
The Stand was good.
That was a great miniseries. It was a great miniseries.
Yeah.
The ending
We
was
have-
a little...
We have at home. We have like a pack of Stephen King movies. And I'm trying to think what else is on there. But he's got there's so many movies that he
Shawshank
did off the
Redemption,
books.
not horror, but great film.
Shawshank by
Morgan
far
Freeman.
one of my most favorite movies.
Morgan
man.
Freeman, he had it was a great book. It was a great movie.
If I'm
Shawshank Redemption.
going through the channels and it's on,
I watch it.
I watch
You
it.
watch
I've
it
seen
like
it a
me.
million
You're like,
times.
okay, I'm watching Shawshank Redemption to the end. I don't care.
it's just it's written so great, dude.
It's a
That's
good buddy
definitely not
movie.
it's
Kind of a
definitely
good
not an
buddy
overrated
movie.
movie.
Best friends stay together no matter what at the end. He comes and finds him at the end. That was great. I love
And
that.
Paul Brooks, to go out the way he did,
Yeah.
No
Miles of
spoilers.
miles of you know what. It's like let's just hope that wasn't taco night.
Yeah. Oh man,
It's
I don't
funny.
know how. Huh?
It's funny because it's like you like horror movies, and I'm just like cheese horror movies. I just like it's like the cheesier the better. It's just awful with me.
Yeah. So like I said, I'm very picky. I can like a cheesy movie if I see certain parts of it written the way it's. I'm getting the call again, so we got to wrap it up.
Okay.
So listen, scratch what I was just gonna say because I totally forgot what it was anyway. We're gonna do this real quick.
Okay.
Let's just do the trivia, Tom.
Okay.
See
it's
who's.
quick.
Well, we don't have to do it quick, but I'll go first. Okay. So
go.
Here we go. 4 questions. You got 4, right?
Yep, I got 4.
All right. So
Speed round.
how many fieries, headless puppets are in the movie Labyrinth?
I don't like you.
I
Okay.
told you this was gonna be tricky.
Getting down. I'm singing the song. Hold on.
He's singing the song.
With fire. Okay, no. 4.
Ooh, close. 5. And the fun fact. I got to read the fun fact.
All right, okay.
The original script ended with Sarah punching and kicking Jareth, then watching him shrink down until he becomes a small, sniveling goblin. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
I
Good
found
call.
that on the
I was
internet.
close on that, though. I was really close.
You were. Yeah, I knew
All
it
right,
was.
okay.
All right, so go ahead. You go next.
Okay, you're going to get yours are easy. What year did Ghostbusters come out?
No, we're talking about the first one.
Yes.
1985.
You are wrong.
I'm wrong.
1984. I'm not cheating. I looked it up. Now
I was
yours.
Hey, we were both off by 1. That's not
Okay.
bad, though.
Yeah, we're doing good. All right.
So we're both 0-0 still.
0-0. Go for it.
Okay. In Goonies, what does Chunk smash up against the window while watching the police chase?
I don't know. I wasn't a big Goonies fan.
Oh,
I watched it
we
once.
can't be friends anymore.
No, I watched it like a few times. What was it? Tell me.
It was either people saying it was like a chocolate frap. It could have been chocolate milk and a slice of pizza.
Oh.
It would look more like chocolate milk because the way it just was very.
Okay,
loose,
now it's yours. You ready?
Oh wait, I didn't give you a fun fact.
Fun fact.
All right, so when the Goonies are arguing in the basement,
Mm-hmm.
okay, of the restaurant there,
Mm-hmm.
Mikey, which for all who know is Sean Astin,
Mm-hmm.
calls Josh Brolin, which is his brother, older
Yep.
brother, by his actual name, Josh, instead of Brand.
Okay.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
When you watch it, when they're in the basement arguing,
check it out.
Mikey says, he says something like, "Yes, it is Josh." It's supposed to be Brand.
Brand. Okay. Well, okay, now yours. Now this is easy and you're going to get it. I'm going to ask you. What actor played Peter Venkman in Ghostbusters? Oh, come on.
Bill Murray, man.
Thank God. All right, ask me.
You had to give me a little something out on that.
I did. I gave you an easy. Well.
All right, here's another one. You should know this.
Okay, go. Right,
How many
speed round.
times has Beetlejuice seen The Exorcist?
666 times.
You are way off by
What is it? 6 million or something?
167 times. He goes,
Oh,
I've
okay.
seen The Exorcist about 167 times, and it keeps getting funnier
I'm off by
every
1.
single time I see it.
This is ridiculous.
You said 600. I said 167.
Okay. Yours now.
Okay, my fun fact.
Okay.
Real quick. Michael Keaton ad-libbed 90% of his lines.
That guy was the master in Beetlejuice. Okay, now this is a good one. In the movie Stand By Me, what did the kids go looking for? What was the whole movie?
A dead body.
Very good.
I won.
You did. Ask me one.
Oh, wait. Okay, there's one more. In the first Crocodile Dundee takes Sue, which is the girl that
the
news
blonde
anchor
chick,
there,
right.
to Australia. During the trip, she appears to get ready for a swim when a croc suddenly grabs what and tries to pull her in.
Her canteen.
Bingo, you got it. You
Did
got
I
one.
remember that? I'm not going to lie, because she was like really hot looking, and she's wearing a
At
bathing
first,
suit.
I thought it was a camera, and I had to go back and look.
I almost was going to say camera, but I didn't.
I had to go back and look and change it.
Canteen.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was. But
Okay, here's yours. Yours is easy. Ready?
Oh, by the way, there's no fun fact on this.
I know. Okay. Yours is really easy. You're going to get it. This is for you. You talked about it. In what year does Marty McFly travel back to in Back to the Future 1? I know you know.
1955.
Okay, good.
Man, you got to give me some hot.
Oh, I am. Next time.
I beat you on that time, man.
I'm hurting you next time. Not playing.
Yeah, that's what he says, people. But we are going to have to wrap up.
Thank you.
And I don't know. You know what? It was another great podcast, man.
We had
Talked about a
fun.
bunch of movies. There are so many movies.
Yeah, I mean, we just covered a little bit.
We could go on for hours.
So let us know if you have any fun facts or anything you want to tell us, okay?
We want to thank you all for listening to our podcast. If you have any comments or suggestions or would like to be on the show, send us an email at njaparanormalpodcast@gmail.com. Yeah, and until next time, we'll see you
guys
next time,
around.
I guess.
See you later, guys. Thanks for viewing.